Yo peeps, Ryan Williams AFC back with another vid. Of course, this is the preview for Arsenal versus Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. And if you want to get in contact with me, of course, my Twitter and Instagram is in the description box. Just click onto there and then send us a DM. And of course, guys, leave us your comment and share the content. Help me get the viewers up. And if there's any things you think I can work on, etc., just leave it in the comment section. I know what I need to do, but any little pointers, let me know. So, where are we? Unai Emery is still the Arsenal coach. At the time being, of course, we all know the reports and all the news about the managers in position to take over his place. And now we're hearing more things saying he's got 2 games here. And now we got Nuno Santo from Wolves, who I already touched on in my last video, pretty much in pole position for the job. Earlier today, there was a press conference, and I will talk on Unai Emery, but let's quickly cover Nuno. There was a press conference, and I can't quote it word from word. You guys can go back and check it out on somewhere on Twitter as well. That's how I checked it out. But he pretty much hasn't really spoke about, when it comes to the Arsenal question about the job. He didn't really speak about it. He thought it was pretty unfair, as he is the Wolves manager talking about another job, and he hasn't really said anything, but he hasn't denied it. But he denies talking about it. So take what you want from that. That's the only way I could put it. You know, again, don't take my word for it. You could go back and go on Twitter and then make what you want from it. But that's what I make from it. So is he gonna come? I don't know. Time will tell. For me, deep down, I don't think he's gonna come to Arsenal. I don't think. Is it? Many people say it could be a smoke screen for Poch. I don't know. I still don't know about Poch. I don't even know if that's the right appointment, even if he does come in. I'm not saying he didn't get Tottenham up to where they are now, but it's just what comes along with that. But again, you know, there is arguments about the financial backing, so that does kind of savour Poch's case, but you know, some Tottenham fans may differ on that, but that's another question for another time when it comes to Pochettino. But guys, let me know your comments on the manager situation. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Nuno is the right guy to take over after Unai Emery is sacked? So let's talk about Unai Emery. There was a little training video that's up, and we saw few players come and talk to Unai Emery. The rest of the team didn't look like they want to bother with the guy. They shook every other coach's hands other than him. He seemed to have a long chat with Callum Chambers, which looked kind of not as similarly heated as the one with Mesut Ozil, of course, with the whole freezing out Ozil and then ending up dragging him back into the team. It wasn't as bad as that, but you can tell them, you know, there might be a little bit of problems there, as we already know. But again, has he burnt his bridges with all of the players? Supposed to many, as we know, about Lacazette and Aubameyang and the likes of Torreira, Mesut Ozil especially. I'm even hearing David Luiz now. Do you know what I mean? So that's another thing. And again, I'm pretty sure Callum Chambers is going to probably ask Emery, like, why are you dropping me when I'm pretty much the best defender at the club at the minute who's in form? Do you know what I mean? So let's be real. Socrates has been awful. Luiz hasn't looked great. Holding hasn't looked great since he's come back. He's probably had a game or two, and then he hasn't really looked great since. Do you know what I mean? So out of our centre-backs, at least, and especially, but, you know, we all know Mustafi. So far, Mustafi's got a little bit of form. He scored an own goal, and then the next game he gets a goal. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure he's probably wondering, but he's one of the people that actually shook Emery's hand, even Ozil. But that doesn't mean anything. The bottom line is time's ticking on Unai Emery. He looks amazingly stressed. That's how I could put it. The guy looked like he ain't shaved in days. We all know the players and he went to Spain. Apparently there was reports him watching a second division Spanish squad or third division. I'm not sure. I don't know what he was doing, but that's what he was doing. The players got sent away for 2 days, and obviously this is the result of it. And now they're back into training for the Frankfurt game, and we all know that it's just not a good time for us. So I don't know where everybody's head's at when it comes to the team. We all know there's links Aubameyang to Barcelona, and Lacazette's not happy, and it's mainly due to the manager. But let's be real, guys. We all know the board have to take the responsibility of this, because, again, if they were more proactive with the situation, maybe getting Emery out a little bit sooner rather than leaving it this long. They had the international break. Then maybe we could see a little bit of resurgence, but you never know. It couldn't be just the manager, because, again, like I said, some players have let us down, so we can't fully blame Unai. We already know Unai is not good enough for the job, but some players haven't really helped themselves in recent weeks. Let's be real. But other than that, going back to Unai Emery's press conference, he basically touched on, when the question was asked about his job, he pretty much said, well, he's here today, he's here tomorrow, and he's just going to work on the match. That's all he spoke on it. So it doesn't really sound like, he's going to be here for much longer. But take what you want with this, because we all know Arsenal Football Club don't sack managers halfway through the season. So, also, another question come up about Granit Xhaka, because he has he has been seen in training. So, he's talked about Xhaka a little bit, hasn't necessarily said that he'll be starting, but he might be around, and we did hear that in the last fixture, coming back when it was coming to the Sheffield. I'm not talking about, sorry guys, I'm crazy. Southampton, at home, that poor draw, and Xhaka was nowhere near the team. He was training today, but who knows? We already know my thoughts on Granit Xhaka, and a lot of people really want to see the end of Granit Xhaka, and I feel his time's pretty much done at Arsenal anyways. So, all in all, Unai Emery is still here, and this maybe could be his last match. I'm not saying it full stop, but you never know with Arsenal. So let's just get into it. Let's go to the starting 11, and just a little update. We know Kolasinac is still injured with a hamstring. Petter Bellerin has pulled up with a hamstring injury also. So that could be an issue, but we're more than likely going to see either AZ Maitland-Niles play, or probably going to see Callum Chambers play. But Emil Smith-Rowe also is not going to feature as well. I heard he's been sent to the under-23 squad. So it seems to me, like I said at the beginning of the season, Unai Emery wants to give it his all in the Europa League. And to be honest with you, he needs to give it his all now, because if his job is really based on the next 2 results, including Norwich away this weekend, then I guess this is the reason why I'm hearing that he's going to play the full squad. But here's the squad that I'm going to pick to play in this Frankfurt game. I mean, needless to say, we need to seriously pull our heads out the toilet. That's for a start. Secondly, I feel we need to be taking this game. We're at home. We need to be playing some expansive football. And I know a lot of us want Arsenal to step it up. And there's some people out there that actually want Arsenal to lose, is what I was going to say. But I can't have Arsenal lose, even if it does mean the manager goes. We all want the manager to go. But come on, man. The team to lose, I'm not having that. Sorry. Why should we miss out because of the way the board's acted, the way Emery has been as a manager again? You know, I'm sick and tired of cussing Unai Emery. The fact is, the man should have been taken out of the job by now. We had the international break to do it. The board flopped. They bottled it. They didn't want to do it. Simple as that. And then all Arsenal fans are tuned into Twitter, BBC Sports, Sky Sports, The Athletic podcast, etc. Wherever you get your news, trying to see if the manager is still here. The board need to be... Listen, I had enough talk about the board. Let's just get into the starting lineup. Formation, I'm going with a 4-2-3-1. I'm sorry, this formation for me, you know, he did change it to that in the second half against Southampton, which I didn't understand why he didn't start with that in the first place, because in the start of the second half we looked a little bit brighter, but you know, there was just no momentum after that. But for me, I feel maybe we can go with a 4-2-3, but you know what? Let's switch things up, actually. Let's go with an actual... Let's keep it 4-2-3-1. If this is going to be the full squad, and this is going to be my squad, anyways, let's just go 4-2-3-1. So, I'm going to actually switch things up. I'm going to put... I'm going to keep Emery in goal. I feel... Well, we're pretty much... All we need is a point. All we need is a point from any of our games. So, you know, if Arsenal going to draw this game as they've been doing for the longest time, I can't see no reason why not to put Emery Martinez in goal. I know he hasn't really been on the best of forms in the last two games he's played in. Of course, the Carabao Cup game against Liverpool at Anfield. It was awful, but the defence was awful. The whole team was awful. Let Liverpool get back into it. So I'm not going to completely trash him off, but he's going to start for me in this one. Right back, as Hector is out, I want Chambers back in. I think Callum Chambers deserves to be back into that right back spot. He's been showing a lot of promise this season. I've been saying it from the very start of the season. He looks like he's got something to prove. And yeah, he's been taking a little bit of a slump, but the whole team has been poor. And when the whole team ain't got confidence, you're going to slowly feed into that, because the performances have been shit. And it's not just Chambers carrying the team here. The rest of the team need to carry themselves. So Chambers, right back. Centre back, this is where I'm just going to pick Mustafi. He's been fine this season. Yes, one own goal, as I touched on, and he's, like again I said, he scored a goal after the next game he played straight. He took the lead when we needed to take the lead in Victoria, and then we all knew what happened next. So Mustafi, and I'm gonna give Rob Holding another chance in there. I feel he needs to get some confidence himself. He's come back from a long injury. He's played a few games. Recently, he hasn't really been as sharp as he used to be, but again, with the injury, maybe it is my niggling, but at the same time, you're getting taken in and out of the squad. So confidence level, yeah, I can see why. Kieran Tierney, left back, no questions there. In the middle of the park, I'm gonna go with Lucas Torreira. He needs to stay put. He needs to be a lot disciplined. He needs to be protecting that back four. There were times in the Southampton game where he was running loose. I don't know if it's Emery tactics or he's getting used to it, or for somewhere in his brain he's starting to think he's a number 10. Enough of that shit. You're holding midfield. End of story. You play there for your country. You play there for Sampdoria. You have to play there. And I'm sure Unai Emery's going to have to play him there, because we all know a lot of players want to leave because of him. And the pressure's on. And if he wants to keep his job, like I've been saying in numerous videos, well, it's too late now. But again, the longer he wants to stay in this job, he needs to be putting these players in their right position. So Lucas Torreira holding midfield. Going beside him, oh boy. I'm not sure if I want to pick Granit Xhaka for this one. I don't think he should be anywhere near the squad personally. I know it's been a while now, but I'm sorry, he didn't act like a captain. He still hasn't really apologized. Am I being too sore with it? Maybe not. But at the same time, I just feel like maybe he shouldn't be, you know, the squad. But some of the players like him, so I'll probably have Granit Xhaka on the bench. Excuse me, I'm sweating. Bloody hell, it's hot in here. Like, you can see why I had it off for a while in these videos. But anyways, so I'm gonna... Problem is, I would put Guendouzi there, but he hasn't been as disciplined enough. But to be real, he does need to play. So I'm going to pick Guendouzi. Ozil number 10. I want to keep playing Ozil. And Aubameyang on the left, Laka up top, Pepe on the right. Simple. Simple. So, for me, I don't know where their head's at. And let's be real, Frankfurt, they did beat Bayern Munich a number of weeks ago. So I'm sure they're pretty much on a high from that. So we cannot take this team lightly. We do remember the first half of the away leg. Yeah, we might have won 3-0, but the pressure was on. They were missing hella chances. Martinez was saving us by our skin. Mustafi even did a clearance there, even put it on the ball for once. I actually remember that. So Chambers looked outstanding that game. Aubameyang stepped it up. So again, we need to be, if we want to like fix our form, then we need to be putting Frankfurt away. We're at home. I don't want to see no defensive shit. I don't want to see no 5 at the back, 3 at the back. We need to be taking these teams to the sword. If we got any hope of Europa League this season, yes, I know we pretty much won the group, but we need to be showing, we need to be turning it around. It's as simple as that. I can't take the bullshit anymore. All I know is the manager has to leave very soon. The board need to fix themselves up, and Arsenal needs to get back to winning ways. It's as simple as that. So guys, if you agree with the team or not, let me know in the comment section. Of course, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for listening and checking out this preview for Arsenal versus Frankfurt. Just before we go, the score, I thought I'd leave it late because it's been wandering in my mind on what the score will be, what I'd like it to be, and what it will probably realistically be. Now, again, Frankfurt we cannot take lightly. We already tried to take Vitória lightly in our first game. Not first game. The first time we played them at home, it didn't look great, and we relied on Pepe to come off the bench and do his thing. Stade de Liège, very comfortable, is what it is. But Frankfurt, you know, and we haven't won a game at home since probably Bournemouth in the league. So for me, it's going to be a tight one. I'm probably going to go... I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. Sounds crazy, but in the form and where our heads are, I'm going to go for a win. They need to do it for the fans. It's as simple as that. I'm going to go for a 3-2 victory. I think it'll be tight. We'll probably go a goal down first, because let's face it, we ain't really been great. Our midfield has been poor, letting our opposition get through so easily. And, you know, like I said, our defense ain't the best, but there's a few players in there that are actually quite decent. Confidence might be low, but they're better than seeing Mustafi and David Luiz. So that's it, guys. Again, like I said, links in the description box, and stay tuned for the review of the game. Take it easy and have a good night. Up the Gunners. Peace.